This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 484. There are moments that we realize our strength, and for me, this is it. By Katie Ping of moreofwhatmattersblog.com. Happy Thursday to ya. I'm your host, Joss Marie, and I read to you here from some of the best relationship blogs we can find from Monday through Friday, just like an audiobook. And if you'd like some tips for other areas in your life, be sure to check out our other shows in our network, like Optimal Living Daily and Optimal Health Daily. They're also the same format as this show, just a little FYI. But since you're here, let's get right into Katie's post on realizing her strength through motherhood and start optimizing your life. There are moments that we realize our strength, and for me, this is it. By Katie Ping of moreofwhatmattersblog.com. They told me it would be the best day of my life. There was pain, lots of pain. There was blood, lots of blood. There were moments I wasn't sure I could go on in this way. It really doesn't sound like the best day of one's life. I looked into the eyes of this human being we created and loved. That's enough to make you feel more joy and magic than you could ever imagine. That euphoria was the result of this 13-hour process, or 41.5-week process, if you want to look at it that way. Or perhaps you could include the 6 months it took to conceive this beautiful being. This hard work we endured resulted in a beautiful, healthy life that was ours to nurture and love. But this hard work also resulted in my realization that I am strong, brave, and capable of more than I ever knew. It wasn't just in those moments he was in my arms or in sharing those first sweet minutes with my husband, tears in his eyes and tears in mine. It was in the way the entire story unfolded. And the joy I feel as I think back on this day is magnified when I reflect on the strength I felt, that empowered, courageous, I can do anything feeling. It impacts me even now on a daily basis 2 months later. In the last several weeks, I found myself daydreaming about this day. And something amazing happens when I think back. That pain that I thought I'd never forget, it's gone. I remember there was pain, and I remember thinking, how could anyone ever do this again? But I can't recall how the pain felt. And I know the answer to how people do this again. I am proud of myself. Anyone who has brought a life into this world should feel just that. No matter the circumstances, unmedicated or medicated, cesarean or vaginal, biological or adopted, and any other choice along the way. We should all wear capes and get trophies and be on the cover of Time magazine and get gold stars. I carefully crafted my birth plan in a way that I hoped, make me feel empowered and safe and educated and fulfilled. I am grateful that this plan actually happened. I knew it could go a different way, and I hoped I could endure it, but I wasn't certain of this. There was some lingering doubt and some lurking fears, and those feelings were a result of the story I tell myself. That script that replays in my mind on a daily basis. The one that I work hard to rewrite every morning and sometimes on a moment-to-moment basis. I really never considered myself a strong person. Strong people were competitive and outgoing and always knew exactly what they wanted. At least that's what the world has us believe. And that I did. I adhered to this story that I was shy, therefore I was weak. I was sensitive, therefore I was weak. I changed my mind sometimes, therefore I was weak. On this day, I discovered the quiet strength within me that had been there all along. I just didn't always believe it to be true. I had prepared by selecting a provider who I trusted fully, hiring a doula who supported us in a way that was vital to our experience, educating myself on the options I preferred and all of what could happen. Of course there would be surprises, like I hated the birth ball when I thought I'd love it. And I apparently have a high pain tolerance. Who knew? 'Cause seriously, I didn't. The noises that come out of you are sure interesting to say the least, and perspective really is everything. This day changed me in a big way. In very obvious ways, like the connection I have with my son, our bond that is only ours, which I treasure greatly. But it changed the way I see myself, too. I am both a sensitive soul and I am a badass. I can still be a creative being seeking joy and happiness and feeling that life is abundant. And I can do that by his side at the play gym while he's napping on my chest or while I watch him discover his surroundings and his hands. Because at 2 months, those little fists that make their way to their mouth are downright magical. I am a human who makes mistakes and feels things like guilt and unworthiness from time to time. And it's okay. Because sometimes you forget a change of clothes when you're out for a Father's Day adventure, cry over a mediocre latch, and I am a protective mama who wants the best for her baby. And that may or may not include obsessively researching the best toys for development, triple checking his infant car seat, and incorporating daily activities that ensure his entry into an Ivy League college. He's 2 months old. It's now or never. I am a soul seeker who thrives on feeling connected, meditating, writing or journaling, relaxing, exploring, and remaining curious. And I can make time for that. All of our sanity depends on it. I now know that I no longer need to believe I am weak. I really never was, but after this beautiful life experience, I know that for sure. And this was the best day of my life, at least one of, and I cherish it deeply. Because really, with a little perspective, so many days can be the best days. I've had countless best days since my sweet boy's arrival, and I anticipate many more. Though realizing one's strength can come about through many of life's experiences and is not limited to childbirth, this was my experience in understanding mine at this point in my life. Our strength can and will change and evolve throughout our lifetimes. I know the strength I feel will grow over my years, and I'll have more opportunities to evolve with it. And for that, I am grateful. Mama, you are a sensitive soul, messy, but worthy human being, and a bad. On a slightly sappy note, these 2 months with Wyatt by our side have been some of the happiest of my life. They say a child changes everything. It's true. Because for me, it's just made everything sweeter, more meaningful, and given me even more desire to live purposefully and fully. Wyatt Leo, you are a bright light in this world, and your smile, which we've just recently gotten to experience, is contagious. You just listened to the post titled, "There are moments that we realize our strength, and for me, this is it," by Katie Ping of moreofwhatmattersblog.com. What a beautiful post. Thanks to Katie for letting me share this beautiful post with you today. It makes me super nostalgic and brings me back to the day that I had Tal. Becoming a mama to Talon and then to Colby gave me a purpose in a way that I'd never felt before. As a stay-at-home mom, I've had people say, "I'm not sure how you do it." And my response is always the same. There's no place I'd rather be. So thanks again to Katie for letting me share this one with ya, and cheers to all you mamas out there. May you never forget the inner strength within. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the final post of the week, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com, that's OLDpodcast.com, for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.